Ngithi dalane silindile. Sesifike.
What's up?
Dalane silindile. Sesifike.
What's up?
Finally, assembly number one study by right here on SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. It is Geleza Nathi. Of course, the time is 5 a.m. So let's say you're gonna have the best hour of your life. I'm so amped to be with you guys. So excited, and let's say I'm never rolling solo. Kinale my people, kinale na mbuyi marapeleka mo harbi ugufunda.
What's up?
Yeah, kala ngimgaga. I'm gaga. Man just singing.
Yeah. I bet people at home are wondering, did these people actually sleep?
Oh, we didn't. No sleep. Reason said it.
Yeah.
Man is awake, so we don't sleep.
Oh, we don't sleep. I need to sleep. You see, but let me okay when because you need that distinction when you write your final examination. So hit us up on Twitter, which is at @GN_SABC1, and also on Facebook, which is Geleza Nathi. Get it trending, man. #GNPlay.
Let's see about chefs in the kitchen. Let's see what we're cooking up for you today.
Now we've got Miss Susie right here in studio, and she's angry with a dark lipstick and is on Fundis how to write an essay.
We'll have about social media and the influence it has on the youth of South Africa.
And I'm together the GN toppers, email up and JC Mutumi secondary Kutlanong and welcome. It's time to learn, it's time to have fun. Chulogan, Bambitish, Usule, Uzakeleza Nathi.
Bona, it's all about the sad thing. And Eliana, Miss Tusi, our English teacher. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How you doing?
Oh gosh, today, as Umbuyi has said, we'll be talking about writing an essay, but more specifically, we'll be looking at how you can take an image and an essay and put that all together. So by the end of this show, you'll know exactly how to put images and essays together.
We look forward to that. The show will not be the same without these people getting Kiki, Bonnie, Aubrey. Hello.
Hi.
Little
Yes. Okay.
Lishap, uniform is matter drama too. Can I tell you?
Thank you.
High school in any buruko green white green. Green tea. Do you want to tell me what is your favorite subject?
It would be English.
Why do you like English?
Well, I basically live in fantasies, so I know how to relate to writing particular things in a way that they should be. So yes, it would be English.
Shara. And what do you plan on becoming in the near future?
That would be law, criminal law and civil rights law.
Oh, okay, yes. Girl. When I had opening plan, what is your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is cat.
Oh, what are the cat? Not meow as in cats. Cat, computers, ne? Yes.
Yes, I like cat because it's technological, it's electronic. I like electronics, computers, anything computer related.
Oh, awesome stuff. And what do you plan on becoming in the near future?
Definitely IT specialist.
Hi! Hey, you could just go JC, Mutumi, high school and say hi to the peeps there.
Silana ke welcome eKutlwanong K9 isikole sibizwa ukuthi namhlanje iJC Mutumi Secondary School. So much fun to be here. Ngakho Geleza Nathi tour is still underway. Uyazi ukuthi masifike endaweni ukuthi ke top thokozile Monati Fontaine will be here, but into kumele ukuthi siyenze namhlanje ukuthi ke mawufike endaweni uyabulisa wenze into right. If you don't know your manners now uSkinny Boy Forever Chop ukufundisile asingene phakathi sibone ukuthi bona baqhubha kanjani izinto.
After the break, we get into the discussion about media and its influence on the youth.
Geleza Nathi. Geleza Nathi.
I hope it's Williams and Geleza Nathi right here at SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. Now, guys, from the 1st of June till the 10th of July, we have the live revision. Facebook, understanding, just like that. But your distinctions.
A discussion is all about media. I could say what influence does it play on the youth of South Africa? Is it a bad thing? Is it a good thing? Because I know a lot of you like to take some selfies, some belfies, even some frenzies. So right now, get a while. You still figure out to taking your friend is a good thing. Check this feature out.
South African media, I think it's got its ups and downs, but it's something that's very useful today. It's developed a new culture in South Africa. We rely on the media a lot. It's enjoyable.
I personally think that it's not developed enough. We mimic American media too much, so we don't really have an identity.
I think the bad things about South African media, what you see is not really what you get, which is, I think, if you want to inform the people, you need to get real with them, give them all the best that you can.
I think South African media is good. It's instant. Go on your cell phone and press a button and you can know what happened.
I suppose I agree. South African media, it keeps you informed with what's happening, and you can relate and have conversation.
I guess in the sense of, celebrities and the lives that they live, I think it's unrealistic. So you build your dreams as a young person on something that is not concrete enough. You kind of take that on and try and, implement it in your own life. And it's lack of identity as well, and that is not sustainable enough. No matter what information is out there, you can absorb it, but also never lose sight of yourself or what it is that you want to do with your own life.
My advice to the youth about the use of media is they must use it to their advantage in the most positive way.
Well, let's get into the discussion and dissect it with the GN right here in studio. So guys, as telling social media, how does it affect young people of South Africa?
Well, in many levels, I would say that it actually has a very bad influence in ways that recently we have the term selfie that was just brought about 2011. So coming to look at this, we actually take selfies, uploading on Facebook, expecting to have likes. And if we don't, it affects our self-esteem in so many levels.
But with selfie, there's actually two selfies. There's the S1 and there's the C1. The C1
yes. I'm saying about the S1. One for the pictures.
Yes, because the other one is when you're greedy with your phone 24/7, and when somebody wants to borrow your phone, you're like, oh hell no, not my phone.
Yeah. I'm saying about the, taking pictures and uploading them on Facebook to have likes, and so you see whether it will boost your self-esteem and confidence in a way, but then if you do not like the likes that you expected, it actually makes you feel like, okay, fine, what is wrong with me? My eyes were not perfect. Then you want to do it again. At the end of the day, it will even be worse. Maybe you get even lower. You get maybe even lower. So it actually has a bad influence on the society in ways that it affects our self-esteem, and as well as it actually opens up to cyberbullying. Yes.
And you, Aubrey?
No, I truthfully speaking, I love social networking, and it allows you to be free. It allows you to connect with other people in the world, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I will be in Facebook talking to a person in America or UK, and that is a phenomenal experience, especially when you're 16, 13. Yeah, it opens you to the world. Yeah, I love it.
So it's a catch-22 situation, but to focus on a point, because I never thought about it this way, is it a good thing that it actually shows what you're going through, that you're self-centered, you don't have confidence, therefore it's what you need to work on? Because trust me, a lot of people are mean on Twitter, and because they have the egg profile, and they will say whatever they want and get away with it. How do you deal with that as a person when you experience cyberbullying?
To be honest, I don't know enough about cyberbullying because I've tried to sort of stay away from it. But what I've observed happening to other people is that when you care too much what other people think of you, and when you're uploading those pictures for the likes or for the reposts or all of that, then it does become a problem, in that if people aren't a fan of whatever it is that you've posted, then you feel like, oh, I'm not good enough, and you feel low of yourself. So I think it's just a matter of a person being confident in themselves and posting those pictures just to say, this is my life, take it or leave it. No hate zone, those kind of things. So you block the people that hate, things like that. But generally, it's like you shouldn't do things because you want to impress people. Just usually log on to those spaces, post those selfies just to say, this is my life, this is how I look, take it. Even if you get one like, just be like, oh, okay, it's fine.
And also, just to point out the good stuff about social media, a lot of careers have been made via social media. You see bloggers now are being paid more than celebrities. So why not people focus on the positives and build something from social media rather than cyberbullying, hating, selfies 24/7.
And based on what you're saying as well, with the recent xenophobic attacks, people were actually posting videos saying no to xenophobia. And I think social media is also a very big platform in that sense, because it got people away, it got them seeing that actually this is not right. Especially young people, you need to relate with people on their level, and young people are on social media. So such things really helped a lot.
Seeing that you're very opinionated people, what would you use social media for to benefit your community or to benefit your school quickly?
Well, Obviously, we can use social media in ways that if you want to actually advertise something, posting it on the social media, it is faster than actually handing out pamphlets and all that. So I think if you were to actually advertise your school in so many ways, or your community, or an event that that is taking place in your community or anywhere else, social media is a better way to do it, as you can benefit a lot of things at the end of the day. So yes.
And our poll question for today goes something like this. Again, what do you think social media influences the youth of South Africa in a good way or in a bad way? Twitter, Facebook, is what you need to be hitting right now. Can I imagine guys getting a good clip yet? Yoqala, sibona ukuthi sibona namhlanje ukhuluma ngani?
Mina igama lami Amanda. Ngapropose sibongo. Ngihlala extension 4 like Orange Farm. Okay, mina social media iyangimosha iphinde ngibuild because most of the time isikhathi sami ngispenda social media. Angisenaso isikhathi sobhekana nabazali. Basanokungithethisa esikhathini esiningi ngoba vele sanokungabanaki ngibheke ifone sokuthi uyakhuluma ngizwa nokuthi uthini. Into ebheke nge-social media ilezo vele zothanda batshontsha ama-pics nama-video njengayo lo muntu lo engimaziyo athatha i-video ne-out yakhe bahave sex and then it goes viral. Bengajabulanga bekabuhlungu kakhulu. I feel like engathi angazifihla angahlala endlini every day bantu bangamboni. Hayi angikaze mina because angimithi nabantu engishesa nabo most of the time. Ngashesa kuphela. I don't take nude pics. Angiyenzi ma video. I don't send anything to anyone. Ama pics engwa poster ku WhatsApp. Ama pics nje normal. Social media ngisebenzisela into eningi. Like he advertises into. Maybe if there's something ongakhona ngayibhilda abantu, you can upload a video or post on Facebook. Same thing nje motivate abantu. Singayisebenzisa kanjalo in the fast social media.
Well, that clip just showed you how her mannerisms, Oguti, that's not how you react to people. So if social media causes you to chew gum while people are talking to you and also not to speak properly, it is a bad thing. Quit it, sister, because it ain't looking pretty. And if you're one of them, Lapa Makaya, stop it today. Interact with people. Interpersonal skills is what you need in life going forward. Can I imagine? I was going to clip here to number 2, Spawning Gutibon, and I'm Klanja Bakulmangani.
Sobuza ukubana bacinga ndoni nge-influences of social media on youth London. My question for you is, what is social media?
Social media in a modern generation is a new way of communication. It is.
And now we are being joined by Ayabonga Sisi, how do you think social media affects the youth?
Nandingathi social media youth affect ngokuba they communicate in WhatsApp or Facebook or anything that is in social media. But badibana khona and they get in love there. But communicate nabantu abangabaziyo.
Sisi, as youth, affect social media.
As youth, social media is affected because abantu babayikhathi zethu then bathathe into ngathi ka-Facebook, so it's affected abanye abantu benza igroup bahle bengathi bathethe into ezimbi ngabanye abantu.
Sibavile ke bosabantwana base-VM Khwinana bethela nge-social media uthi social media into apho ebancedayo ukuba bakwazi ucommunicate nabantu.
Thank you so much for allowing my clips. Just to add on, with most of my clips, guys, it's very educational stuff. We're trying to learn from things which are happening in your community. So make sure that your mannerisms are there, because that girl was chewing the chip is the GNT, like, boo, you're so mean. Therefore, we can't now listen to the story because you're chewing gum. All we're focusing on is the gum action, not the story itself. Therefore, it takes away from your story. So in future, if you do send us clips, make sure you're presentable and you speak audibly so we can listen and learn from you. Can imagine if you want to find a hit us up on Twitter and on Facebook. Addresses appearing at the bottom of the screen. Use your cellular phone if because you're doing it for the better good of your community. But now, remember that you are valid and you're weighted, and boy loves you.
Oh, forever short skinny boy, why do you have to leave? What's like Harry Baba Swanganyane? It's about come down after that. Like the learning.
Geleza Nathi.
Geleza Nathi right here on SABC1 Mzansi for sure. Now guys, we are still in Africa Month and for Ndara celebrate Yana Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie atlangwana ko Nigeria Yena he. She's a novelist and she's a writer as well as a women's rights activist. Jwela he who to one of her books is going to be turned into a film very soon. Shout out to you Chimamanda, keep doing great things. If you know of anyone in your community who's doing great things and inspiring young people, profile Geleza Nathi. Jwela he, let's give Tandeka Musebetinyana how to find our first learner question for the day.
Ngenza umngane omusha ke lana ke eJC Muhumi. Okay?
Ke teng kae?
Ke teng ngwaneso. Lebitso ke mang?
Ke Teboho Chane.
Tebogo, hore ba o bitse Tebogo ba Teboga eng ko hae?
No, actually ke nana bane ba le happy, you know, but decided all over Ntate Modimo, so that's why ba itseng fela Tebogo, so that every time my mom calls me, I hope okay, this is an appreciation that I made. So.
Oh, okay. So, a unzwetse o re wena o motho o shy ane? Mara o rata dintho tse leng out je. Why only oxymoron ko bophelong?
No, actually, as about shy at search, it's just that I try to be humble so that I approach about in a good manner. So, but then so I'm not quite shy, but then yeah.
When tshwanetse ba o bitsa bonang le boikokobetso ane because o humble like re o ikokobetsa o ba humble besa bonang hore ke bonagale bonang I'm about to bona you
Leona inentse ile sharp, so I guess from now today ke teboho bonang boikokobetso.
Yeah, teboho bonang boikokobetso. You see it blends in nicely. So put how for teacher back in studio earring.
Okay, my question is, I usually don't know what to do with a picture when we are given a picture to use as a stimulus to write an essay. So can you please help me? What should I do with a picture?
Thank you very much to Boikokobetso for that question. I'm sure a lot of you at home have been wondering, kanti isithombe sihlangana kanjani essay? So I'm going to quickly repeat her question before we answer it. So she asked, I never know quite what to do with a picture when we are given a picture to use as a stimulus to write an essay. Can you help me plan an essay using a picture? Okay, great. So before we start answering this question and going right into it, I just want to go over a few things that you need to remember about instructions. First of all, quite obviously, it's very important that you follow instructions because next thing you find yourself doing the wrong thing. The biggest mistake rather that a lot of students make is that they write 2 essays instead of 1. So remember that you write only 1 essay. So you need to look at the topics there, see which one you find you're more comfortable with, and then select that one topic to be your essay for that exam. And then you choose one topic or an image to use as a stimulus. So not all the topics have the image attached to them. So you have those topics that are just there for you where maybe it'll say use the following phrase in your essay, or you will get the picture as a stimulus. And what we're going to focus on now is the part where you use an image as a stimulus. So now here are a few things to consider when you get a picture. The first one is, what does the picture show me? So if you are able to understand what's in that picture, so maybe we can just check that off the list, that maybe it's okay for me to actually pursue this question because I understand what is being shown in the picture. Also, what is the story of the picture? And this is where you can be creative. When you've answered the first question as to what does it show me, then you can think about what story can I put with this particular image. If you think about the pictures that you take yourselves, okay? So there's pictures of you at the beach, or there's pictures of you and your family. There is a little story attached to that picture. What were you doing that day? What was going through your mind? Those kind of things are what you use to actually help you to write your whole story. And then another question that you can ask, or other questions you can answer, what feelings do I have as I look at the picture, and why am I feeling like this? So there are some pictures that you can look at and then you'll be very excited, that just make you want to look at it some more or make you want to write about it. And there are those pictures that will make you a little sad and you think about why. So when I see this picture, I connect it to that day when something bad happened to me, or when I see this picture, I think of that great celebration we once had with my friends and family. So those are the kind of things you really try to relate your own knowledge to what is happening in the picture, and that is how you can come up with a great essay, for example. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at a picture. This is an image here that was taken from Move magazine in 2011. And of course, so remember the first question that we said we ask, what does the picture show us? Now here we can see that this is a picture of a heart that has been broken. And how do we know it's broken? It's this line in between here that shows us that this heart is not quite together anymore. And what else shows us that this heart is broken are the plasters that we see here, okay? There's more than one. So already here we get this idea that it's a broken heart that we're trying to mend and put back together. And this leads to us thinking about the story behind this. So what could be the story? This person's heart has been broken so many times, but they still continue on trying to love other people or continue to just move on, and that is why we see those plasters there, because you are mending a broken heart, okay? So those are the kind of things that you want to think about. Now, how does it make you feel? So some people may say that it makes them feel, for example, sad, because it reminds them of the heartbreak. Then others may say hopeful. Really, this will differ according to the person who is actually analyzing the picture. So someone can come and look at this picture and say, yo, this makes me feel so sad. It reminds me of that one time when person X did this to me. Or it reminds me of that one time when a family member got really sick and my heart was broken. And when I lost that family member, I had to try and put my heart back together, okay? And then you think about being hopeful. Why do I even say some people may say you're being hopeful? Well, the idea of putting the plasters there to replace it, to put the heart back together, trying to fix things, meaning you are hopeful that better things will happen and you are moving on, okay? So you think about those feelings, and then the last question there that you relate to it is, why exactly do I have those feelings? And once again, it's all about what does it remind me of, what situations does it remind me of, or what does it make me think could possibly happen to me? It doesn't have to be something that has already happened. Or what have I seen about heartbreak? You know, have I watched movies where someone is constantly trying to mend their heart? Those kind of things. And once you can relate like that to a picture, that's when you can start thinking about the story and your essay and seeing how you can use that as a stimulus for you to write an essay using any topic. So some might want to use love. Love is a very popular one for hearts, and maybe we can even look at heartbreak, you know, someone breaking your heart, those kind of things, including things like loss. So it can be loss of a loved one. If you are really attached to your pet, and the pet dies and you get a new one, and this new pet is putting your heart back together because now you're okay, you're not as sad as you were, your heart is not as broken as it was when your other pet died. So really, guys, these stories are all up to an individual person, okay, and it's your own experience. If you cannot relate, then unfortunately I would suggest that you move on to another topic that you find easier to relate to. But because we are focusing on using an image as a stimulus, you then go on to the next step. After answering those questions, you go on to your plan. So what you need to do now is choose a topic. So for example, after having looked at that particular picture, someone might want to choose the topic of love. And I know that a lot of markers read a lot about love and a lot of interesting stories. But of course, it depends. If you're really writing about something that you can relate to and something that you know about, your essay can be very interesting, okay? So once you've chosen the topic, you then start with your brainstorm and your mind map. So brainstorming and mind mapping, you list the ideas that come to your mind when you think about love. Are you going to talk about one particular situation, or are you going to talk about love in a broad way? So to say that it's a feeling connected to this, that, and the other. How are you going to tackle this particular topic? Once you've done that, you decide on what kind of essay you want to write. So as you know, we have different kinds of essays that you may have looked at in class. We've got your descriptive essay, you have your narrative, reflexive, and discursive. But once you have picked a specific type of essay, you need to make sure that you understand what goes into that essay and how exactly it is written, okay? Then you can start deciding on the details of your essay. And you also need to think about the style in which you will write, okay? So are you going to be pretty formal about it? Are you going to be a bit relaxed, you know, your tone, those kind of things when you consider the particular essay you are writing. And then, of course, something that I always emphasize is the writing process, guys. When you write an essay, your first draft or the first copy that you write, that is not enough. You need to actually plan in order for you to have an essay that is well structured, that is interesting, and for you to be able to catch those little mistakes that we might make without being aware of it. So that is why we use the writing process. So now you're going to go on to drafting this essay. You have your mind map or your brainstorm, and you've got all your ideas. You take those ideas and you start structuring your first draft. Once you've done that, you read your draft, you revise it, you edit it, and the proofreading here, guys, is to make sure that you identify the mistakes. And sometimes you might think, oh, that wasn't a good choice of word, let me add this word instead. You find yourself doing those kinds of things because now you're really thinking about your own writing and making sure that you produce a very good essay. Then you present your neat copy. So once you've edited and scratched on your first draft, then you come up with your neat final copy, which you want to be marked, and that's where you'll get your marks from. So now we're going to take a look at those questions again about that you take a look at when you're looking at a picture, and we're going to take a look at this picture here. So once again, it can differ from person to person, but you look at this picture here and you think to yourself, okay, what am I seeing? This does look like a family, okay? So someone might say this looks like a family of 3, and you see that the people are happy. So what am I seeing? I'm seeing a happy family there. And what is the story? This is where you can be creative. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the story that I come up with, but you could come up with your own story. So for example, I could say maybe that this particular family is on holiday together and they're having a good time capturing the fun moments. Maybe they could have been at the beach together and they could have just been taking some pictures by the water, or they've gone sightseeing, you know. So you think about the different stories that you could come up with. Some people could say they're reunited, they haven't seen each other in a long time, hence the big smiles. They're happy to see each other. And the last one there is, how do you feel? So for me, just looking at this picture, quite simply, I get excited. The idea of seeing a happy family, and the reason I feel that way is because of the way that they are smiling, they look very happy, and that I can connect some good memories of my own to this particular image. So niyabona kulula kakhulu ukuthi nihlanganise isithombe nizokwazi ukubhala i-essay. So you guys stick around so that we can learn more about this.
No, I can confidently say after that lesson, how no any of you will be heartbroken when you get your English results back, because Tandeka wanna just dish out an awesome lesson. After the break, we get into the fun and games. Make sure you stay tuned.
Geleza Nathi. Geleza Nathi.
So let's go ahead. We're all about the fun and games, edutainment. Take you on a Geleza Nathi. Jole here, I go JC Mutumi Secondary School. Remember who remember la la di papadi.
Ona can type saying Ndamo always say ke rata o tsa dintho tse nepahetseng. I'm a ladies with a reputation. Green team re tlo wina haholo, re tlo ishapa, re tlo to etsa the best. Ke kolotuma mrunga ke dula mo K9 tlo win just because we have a confidence.
Hey, this is Mutadzi Tidisize. This is my school, guys, and what you see is what you get. So, green team, be ready. You're going to beat you up, just like that.
Firstly, this is Lishem Red team retro sharp because we believe in ourselves.
My name is Odwa. This team is going to win because it has what we call oozing confidence.
This is my green team, you know. I'm popularly known by shoes, which simply means Skatulo. So red team. That is what I'm popularly known by.
Break the pattern. If I was break the pattern, check out your 16 by 9. No?
Okay, sure, so it's time for Mlaba Laba with a twist. The object of the game is to place 3 discs of the same color on the mat in a solid pattern. This can either be horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. Whichever way works, man. See, each team gets the chance to roll a die, which will give them one of 4 options. Skip a turn, remove one of the opposing team's discs, replacing it with one of your own, question and answer, and the very, very lucky but very rare bonus. The first team with 3 discs consecutively in a row wins the war. Washa.
Without wasting any time, lady from team A, ungasroleli dice. Can roll it, don't be scared, roll it. So it is a Q&A for team A. So guys, your question is, how many essays must you write in any one exams? How many essays must you write in any one exams?
One essay.
One, not two. You sure? Sure.
Yes.
100.
Yes.
Okay, are they correct? Yes, they are correct indeed. Woza uzobeka icon right there. So officially Team A is in the game. Time for Team B now. So roll it dice. When is it Q&A? Is it remove? Is it bonus? Or is it skip a 10? Woza ge? So Team B is skip 10. So what's gonna happen right now? Lady in the red, you can roll the dice. Well, there's a Q&A. No, you're not about this life, girl. Answer the question. How many marks is the essay out of? How many marks is the essay out of?
50 marks.
50.
Yes.
100 divided by 2.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. 25 plus 25.
Yes.
So what's the answer? 100 divided by 2, which is 50, which is also the correct answer. So what's gonna happen? Come and put the corner right here. Okay, so 2 cones are on the mat. Our team A, team B, abaga inugi bona itenabo because when to skip a 10, itenabo ivele team A. So right now, get team A bazotola their original 10. Come and roll the dice again. No, not you, Odwa. Hey, because you did skip a 10. You did skip a 10. Why you jinx a bonus? Yati, it is a Q&A. So how long must the essay be? How long must the essay be? A million words. That'd be very interesting if I had to do essay a million words. Don't you think? Have you ever done essay a million?
No.
Would it be interesting, Ane?
Yes.
To write words which are a million, Ane?
No.
Uti yes, Uti no. You are giving me an oxymoron right now. You know, yes and no don't go together.
2 hours and 30 minutes. 50 ways.
Huh?
50 minutes. 50 minutes.
How long must the essay be?
40 minutes. 50. 40. 50 minutes.
Hi. That's the incorrect answer. It's 250 to 300 words. When you're writing, how long must it be? You see, how long? So what's gonna happen right now, okay? We're gonna cross over to Team B, Otwa. Yeah, and all right, okay. Why don't you skip a 10? Roller it dice. So by the Q&A. So your question is, do you have to write on the topic that gives you a picture? Do you have to write on the topic that gives you a picture? Yes or no?
No.
No.
Yes.
N-O.
Yes.
Or K-N-O-W.
Yes. N-O.
Oh, N-O. I was just testing right there. Good spelling. Is it on par? Actually, no, which is N-O full stop is the correct answer. So, Otta, get a game in again. So, angazi Otto uzodlala udlala i-defense or udlala i-striker. But at this point in time, when I look up in the sky, I saw something. You see? So again, what's going to happen right now is when Icon A Team B, Sabangenilo officially in the game. So lady in the red, do the right thing. So it is a Q&A. Give the first question. We told you in the lesson that you should ask yourself when looking at a picture. They give you pictures. What's the first question you should ask yourself? It is fairly simple. Why it's a king.
What does the picture shows you?
So, the answer is actually, what does this picture show me? So, okay, I'm a ladies with Team A are correct. So, lady in the red, come and do this. So, let us see, because you just need 3 symmetrical cones in symmetrical order for you to be winners. 3. When I look up in the sky, I saw something, and when I look down, I saw something. The winners for today, it is Team A. How does it feel being a winner?
I don't know what to say. I'm happy, guys. Yo, ne ke se sure ke tlo bina mana ntse re tseba go tlo e betcha green team. Yo, green.
Bye betile team B. So let's go back to the studio. I celebrate for team A.
Woo! Congratulations to Team A for winning. You don't even know what to say. You're so excited. You rolled that dice and you diced Team B. Dice them. Okay. Let's go ahead. We love hearing from you guys on our social networks. So how do we want to poll question today, Erin? Do you think the media influences the youth in a positive or a negative way? Let's hear what you have to say on our social networks. Sifiso Ari, yes, it does influence us in the way we speak and dress. I'm just not sure whether it is positive or negative. That is so true. It's actually both, right? Bonga Ari, yes, it does, because the youth look up to these celebrities and do all the negative things that they do. But in the discussion, it's not actually all that bad. Then it's negative, and then it's one as a positive. But anyway, let's get back into the learning and get our second learner question for the day.
Hey, that song takes me way back, and it's Lerato. Okay, Lerato. Lena kiteng shutsu wena. How about bonile? Baronje Olerato, Lerato, Kamahari, every day, all day. Oh, all day, every day, la popo malerato. So Lerato wena, or you are into music?
Ke into music ha holo ke rata dipina tsa Celine Dion cause ke tsona tse leng hore ke a di mamela and ha ke le down ha holo hangata ke tsona tse leng hore ke a di mamela.
So wa o tsosa hore ha o le down me a renze ngwana wa ka tsoa era
hape Celine Dion o bina ntho tse leng hore di a etsahala bophelong, so ha o mametse di music tseo like di mphamisa moya wa ka ha o le fatshe.
Bina e monate ya hae orange ha o mametse o le kotlase or e yang phamisa ke pinefeng
ke Celine Dion ha bina Think Twice.
Think Twice.
Baby, think twice for the sake of my love and the memories.
So, put out for teacher practice ring.
Guys, help me over with description essay.
Well, thank you very much, Lerato, for that question. She asked, please go over the descriptive essay. So I'm going to think twice if I don't answer that. Okay, well, let's take a look at descriptive essays. Now, looking at the name of the essay, it's quite simple to see that you need to do quite a bit of describing. So you can see that it's a descriptive essay. So you describe people, you describe places, situations, processes, or even feelings. So that's the main thing about a descriptive essay, okay? So you need to make sure that you are as vivid as possible in these descriptions and make things very clear for the reader to feel like they are there as well, okay? So the kind of thing you would write is just a description of a place and the people there and how you feel about everything that you are describing. There are a number of topics that we can think about when we look at descriptive essays. I mean, just off the top of your head, you can think about what happens at break at the tuck shop, that soccer game that you won, how you felt, or assembly in the hall. You know, sometimes you have so many things to describe because there's so much going on in assembly. You have that group of naughty children, or you have that group of the kids who are very well behaved, and you have the teachers who are strict and the teachers who are smiling with the students. You know, those kind of things. You can describe the situation, describing the hall, our big hall. Are you sitting on the floor? Are you sitting on chairs? Those kind of things. That's what we want to hear about in your descriptive essay. Even at a table, in a coffee shop, in the mall. So as you can see, these are situations where there's quite a lot of things that you can describe. For example, here you see the people walking by, the passersby, the people that are around the mall. You can talk about your waitress or your waiter. You can even talk about the person you're having coffee with. Describe the coffee. What does it smell like? What does it taste like? Those are the kind of things that you include in your descriptive essays. Now, here is something that is very important about descriptive essays is that they have a lot of detail. So you rely on detail, and you need to have a very good vocabulary, imagination, and be able to use figurative language quite well. So at this stage, you should be able to do all of this. And of course, you can practice with these things by practicing your reading, because you get that good vocabulary from there, and you get to see how other writers use figurative language to make their writing come alive. So we've already been given examples of writers such as Adichie, Ngozi Adichie. You can read some of their novels and see exactly how it is that people make sure that these descriptions come to life. Also, Also, you look at the tense. You need to focus on the tense. It's either going to be present or past. Be careful not to mix up the tenses. In 1 minute, this happened now, and then you're talking about yesterday, but these things don't quite gel. So make sure that the tense that you use is correct at all times. And then the reader is supposed to be taken to a place or the person that or the event that you are describing. Like I said, the reader must know what is going on. They should be able to smell that coffee that you're talking about. They should be able to sort of know or imagine what your waiter looked like. Those kind of details, that is what we want. But it's not in a way that is bland or boring. What you want to do is use that figurative language so that we can compare it in our heads. Okay, this one looks something like this. She was so beautiful. She looked like a queen. She was regal, you know, those kind. You can even say she looked like Destiny, you know, those kind of things. But that is how you just try to be as vivid as possible, and you need to show the reader and add a great deal of sensory details. So what are the 5 senses, guys? You think about the taste. We must know, was it sweet? Was it delicious? You know, was it mouth-watering? Those kind of things that appeal to your taste there. What did it look like? Bright colors, those kind of things. We can even be able to hear sound, so you can use things like onomatopoeia to convey the sound that you were hearing at the time. What did it feel like, the texture, those kind of things, because those all give the reader the experience that you want them to get out of your writing rather. And then you describe and react. So remember, the reactions to the events are very important. So how did you feel when that waiter came in? So for example, you'd be like, my waiter looked like Channing Tatum, and I was so excited. I just wanted to be like, look, can I have a tall glass of water and some of you inside? Those kind of things, you know, just play around with it, because then that helps. Even if you're going to be funny, if you're going to be sad about it, just make sure that your reader gets drawn into what you are saying. So have fun with descriptive writing, guys. Remember, it's quite easy. It's in the name. Describe as much as possible. Use those figures of speech rather, so that it is alive and that people want to read more of your writing.
From your name is Tusi. Unfortunately, here at Geleza Nathi, we don't have waiters, so I'm going to have to go and make myself a cup of coffee. And after the breaks, it's Matt. What is good for you?
Geleza Nathi. Geleza Nathi.
Yeah, Geleza Nathi right here on SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. Now, guys, it's Matt. What is good for you?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to it. As you know, you're chilling with me, Usis Met, and I know exactly what's good for you. Now, today, guys, we're going to have a chat about how you can avoid influences from the media. Now, guys, you need to remember that the media is everywhere, and it is a tool that is actually used to, you know, inform the masses or sometimes dumb down the masses, depending on which way you look at it. Now, the most important thing that you need to do is make sure that you question everything. Guys, there's so much that comes out in the media, and often people just take it as gospel. They're like, if I saw it on TV, then it exists. And that's not always true. So make sure that you question everything that you hear, question everything that they want you to believe, and ask why, and also ask how. Another thing you can do is have conversations with the people around you. It's all about having a different way of thinking. You need to remember that the media often gives us one way of thinking. They give us information and they say, this is it and this is how it is, but it doesn't have to be like that. There's people around us that think differently, and this is why it's so important to engage with them, because then, you know, you get to learn as well, and you get to widen your own thinking skills, and so you can just, next time when that song comes on, you can think twice and go, what is this person actually saying to me? And remember, guys, do research. Read. There's a lot of things that you can find out in the world that doesn't have to come from the media. And remember, if you find it out on your own, it could be in a different way that will make a different kind of sense to you than it would have if the media feeds it to you. And you know that they say that they just use the TV to give us all the information that they want, and we have no way of responding back. So again, think critically, ask questions, and make sure that you just don't go with the flow. Never ever go with the flow. Always ask questions. That's all from me, guys. I love you very much. I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.
Rale was this mad, got that piece of advice, guys. Like, don't go with the flow. Do your own thing, yeah? Stand out. How do you want a homework question, Miss Tusi?
Okay, homework question and Namhlanje is quite exciting. All you need to do is examine the picture and answer the questions that follow. I will be checking out your answers and helping you with these between 7 and 8 p.m. on Facebook this evening.
Thank you very much. Jole, hey, let's go say goodbye to our peeps. Go JC Matusi High School.
Zibby. JC Muhume is where we were at today, and ubumnandi Fontaine bebukhona nizibonela ukuthi ke besidlala namhlanje super awesomeness iyangijayivisa. The way I'm so tired I can't even breathe, but she has to get Geleza Nathi tour is still underway. Hit us up on Facebook and on Twitter. Usitshela ukuthi why Tina we should come to school, pick up our gear, and who knows, njengoba sizophuma sithi shwi kule sikole sikho namhlanje, we might be ending up at your school, but for right now, bye.
And I get forever chalk skinny boy or forever chalk video my friend boy and little shapa mo. Unfortunately, that's all we have for you today, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah. Did you have a good time?
We
Definitely.
Did. Africa month. And you're a prefect. So a leader, vele wena.
I was born a leader.
You're born a leader. You'll inspire other young people. Most yes, how I hope. Yes. In the morning.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. All right. Ms. Stacey, thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure, love.
Awesome stuff. Guys, you can check us out on Facebook, Geleza Nathi, and on Twitter at GN_SABC1. Nahe, Destiny Toli on Facebook and on Twitter at Destiny_Toli. Remember, I hope that you guys enjoyed watching us and happily tutile a whole lot. Yes. Bye-bye.
Wait, let's break it down, Ben. This one's for the new kids in class. Trying to settle in, cruising fast. Slow down, we'll tell you what's good for you. And before you know it, you'll be oozing glass. So I'm on the...